If you have been manipulated, or worse, controlled by your friends, by people you had intimate relationships with, or worse, your family members, it's very simple to understand how they do it and how to overcome this. The reason why they're able to manipulate you is because of you. You are essentially giving them power for them to get inside your head and manipulate you. Now, before you get triggered and offended, like, what the hell is this guy talking about? Let me just explain. Hear me out. It's basically when somebody manipulates you, all they're doing is tapping in to your insecurities and your fear of uncertainty, your fear of tomorrow. And they're just using it against you. They're using all your insecurities against you and manipulating you. And to control you, all they have to do is tap into your fear for tomorrow. What am I going to do 10 years from now, 5 years from now? Your fear of the future, your fear of uncertainty. They just use that fear combined with your insecurities and use that fear as a control mechanism in order to get you to do what they want. Basically, you're just becoming their slave. And whatever they say, and you're just nodding your head. And sometimes when you're not around them, you kind of get this logical brain like, why did I do that? I'm in a pretty toxic relationship. And even when you're with them, it's like your gut feeling is telling you something, but you are reacting in a certain way. It's because they have got you emotionally reacting. They have essentially tuned in to your insecurities. And when they tune in to your insecurities, talk about things which stir up a certain feeling inside your heart, you start becoming emotional, and your logical part of the brain is kind of becoming dormant, and you're not really identifying these patterns, these things. It's like you go talk to your friend, and you're like, dude, you're in a toxic relationship, and you can tell when you're talking with certain people and they start telling you things about their relationship. You'll be the first one to tell, this is not normal, you're in a toxic relationship. But have you noticed, like, they get so defensive? They're like, no, it's pretty fine, it's pretty normal to me. And then you're thinking, how can you not see these things that are running in the background? How can you not notice the patterns here? How can you not notice the red flags? It's always, your best friends tell you, your family members tell you, like, hey, that's a red flag. But you are unable to notice it because you're not in your logical mind. You're so emotionally reactive to that person. And whenever you go, talk to that person, let's say you're in a very toxic relationship, and you're talking to this person, the person is able to tap into your fears, tap into your insecurities, get you emotionally reactive to the wrong emotions, to the unpleasant emotions, and basically use control mechanisms such as fear of uncertainty, fear of tomorrow, to keep you trapped there. And you basically don't notice it. You're blind. You're blind to all of this stuff. And sometimes worse, this happens in families. This happens way more than you can ever imagine. You think all of this happens only in, TV shows, sitcoms, all these horror stories, these Hollywood movies, but no, it's very common. It happens in your neighborhood. You don't even know it. You'll be passing by people and you won't even know, like, it happens to them. So all you have to do to overcome this, to overcome, being manipulated by other people and being controlled by other people, is not to learn manipulation stuff and go back and manipulate them, but basically take back your power. What I mean by that is you overcoming your insecurities and you letting go of them, and then being okay with uncertainty and letting go of the fear that is attached to uncertainty, letting go of the fear that is attached to tomorrow, fear that is attached to the future. Because when you are thinking about the future, you're predicting so much. You can somewhat make out where you'll be in 5 years, 10 years, but you cannot be absolutely certain that you'll be here in 5 years, 10 years. So why do you want to stress about this? So again, sometimes your intuition is strong, you can rely on that, but like 98, 99% of the time, just stressing about the future is causing you more problems. It's creating more fear within you, and it is ruining the ability for you to live in the present moment. And that is what all these manipulators, sociopaths, narcissists, energy vampire use in order to get what they want. They use your insecurities, bring it out. It's basically they'll ask you a lot of questions, get to know you, spend time with you, develop a solid relationship with you, and then find out your weaknesses, find out your insecurities, and attack you on that, highlight that, bring it out, and they just mirror it back to you because you're too afraid to face your own insecurities. They bring it out and they mirror it. They show it to your face. And then they use the fear that you have for the future in order to keep you controlled, to keep you under their influence, under their spell. You've heard songs like, she put me under a spell, he put me under a spell. This is what it means. It's basically, they're just using your insecurities against you. So when you overcome your insecurities, when you master, the ability to control all these unpleasant thoughts and emotions and unpleasant, unresolved issues on the inside, you deal with them. You made peace with them. You let go of them. And then you let go of the fear of tomorrow, the stress and the worries about the past, and live in the present moment. Guess what? You are cutting off the power source of where these manipulators source their energy from. This is how they gain power, through your insecurities. So when you deal with that, when you deal with your darkness, they just lose the power. They just lose the ability to manipulate you, because if you don't have any insecurities, how will they manipulate you? Like, what will they hold? How will they hold the darkness? And it's not like you can completely eliminate all the darkness within, but if the light within is stronger than the darkness, when your ability to overcome your insecurities, when your self-esteem, your self-confidence, your self-concept is way high, way more dominating than your fears, your insecurities, it just outshadows it. And when that is dominating out there, it gets very hard for them to even get in. And most of the times they can't really get in. It's very hard to manipulate you. Even if they get you on the surface level, it's very hard for them to, completely control you in a toxic relationship. So the answer, the key is within you. You don't have to, go learn all these manipulative stuff. Just do the same thing that they're doing on you. Because when you do that, you're no different from them. So in order to fight darkness, you have to fight it, not with darkness, but with light. Only light can, dissipate darkness. How do you fight darkness? Just turn on the light. That's all it takes. It sounds simple, and it sounds very easy, but I know it's not that easy to implement this and follow this. But basically, when you start, implementing this, overcoming your inner demons, addressing your inner demons, making peace with them, being comfortable with them, letting go of them, and then letting go of the fear of uncertainty, letting go of the fear of the future, completely, dissipating the darkness by turning on the light, you just unlock things in your brain where you finally start to see what these other people are doing. And basically, you cannot be manipulated so easily. And sometimes you can even gain, intuition on people who are being manipulated. This may be in your friend circle, in your family, that you can tell. Because all this time you were blind with your own problems, with your own stuff to deal with. Now when you overcome this, you can see, you can spot things. Like literally, you can have a conversation with somebody for 10 minutes. And just by them mentioning one or two sentences about their relationship, you can identify, okay, this person is being manipulated, this person is being controlled. And in a way, you can also let them know about it. All right, so hope that helps. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. And as always, I'll see you in the next one.